Not me like that. Want to gun with hungry, no. Say you through the woman, so them a fight with. Want to gun, want to knife with. Cause them y'all see we done just want to do it like Nike. Want to do everything for excitement. So I got a pray and I wish the God strike. Because anywhere we go, what me say? Me and y'all a run with on. Some boys say that not like that. Want to gun with hungry, no. Say you through the woman, want to give me some. It burn them out, them getting mad. Yes, anywhere we go, what me say? Me and y'all a run with on. Some boys say that not like that. Want to gun with hungry, no. Say you through the woman, want to give me some.
It's a fearless thing and representing for PCP for real.
It's a rest, so tired than the north. Woman, we have no fun.
It's that waiting. And them for the able to get to people in better, man. Tell them for no certain chance that right. That's it. Yeah. Struggling. Yeah. Have to wait for take a walk in and they get to van. There's in fence, they get and they get to van.
Yes. I want to say give thanks to present for another evening. Give thanks for one of the tightest evening. Me working. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. If you're just joining us with the interview today, hopefully we're going to redo it over because our YouTube channel is down off our technology. My technology team is working around the clock from 2 o'clock this afternoon. As I for the computer blew up to the station, don't ask me why, but you know, things happen.
I wanna see you and I know you let them pass in judgment. How does that make them feel? Them see you and I know you let them pass in judgment. I don't like it and that's for real. They should judge not. PCP Radio, tune in, chill out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today and Teletal, we have one of the geniuses in the world of reggae music in particular. You know, a man been doing this forever. So far, you know, when you do 2 decades and 3 decades in the music, in a genre of music, it puts you in a whole nother league. You know, mom named him Conrad, you know, and you know him by in the name of BornFree. Zion, big up yourself. What you doing, Zion? Give thanks to life. Greetings for you to be here. Just want to say thank you so much for you being here, Zion. It mean a lot. You know the thing go. So you know, go on. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try run the show here tonight in a different style. This is me I say, yes I am. Turn this around. Give thanks. Start run that. Alright, we're just trying to get BornFree on the line. Wherever you logging in from in the world, we want to say thank you right now. We're not even using for right now we're not using Facebook because nothing as well. Hopefully John can get that up while I'm on here. And with Insta, I'm going to try to do it different so Instagram don't block the track. You know, normally every week them find a reason to block my thing. So tonight I'm not doing it like that. Yes, sir. Give thanks, brethren. 1 minute. I send you live, sir. One on time. You know, when I interview big artists, them the one time.
Call me and let me know.
Greetings, sir. We're live. It's not a problem. We're live, sir. Greetings.
Greetings.
Welcome to PCP Radio UK.
Thank you. Greetings. How you doing, DJ Capone? You good, fam?
I'm good. You know what? I'm good, but hopefully we're gonna have another day do this interview. We'll do it because but several of my channels are down at the moment. They're working on it. I can see all my internet lights finally on, saying we have full coverage, but for some reason, some of the computers just blow up today. Don't ask me why. So IT is working at them. So the main one is on and the radio is on, and that's the greatest part. So most of my UK listeners can hear us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Teletalk, and we are here.
Well, let's talk to the UK listeners.
Please do, my G.
Rather than
yes.
do the interview, everybody else can get it through a direct download. We'll upload it to YouTube.
There you go. That's exactly what we're planning to do. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So First and foremost, please introduce yourself to the public. Me doing it and you doing it is two different.
Greetings, London, the whole UK, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, everywhere. My name is BornFree, known as BornFree Records, Conrad Glaze. I'm a record producer. I'm a Rastafarian, humble humanitarian. I'm a dad. I'm me. I am who I am. I want to big up the UK particularly because I have two sons in the UK. So CJ and Ocean, I love you guys with all my heart. Obviously, I have a huge connection with the UK. I've lived there for over a decade. And yeah, I love the UK. So all the listeners in Brixton, Manchester, London, Croydon, Halls, and Hackney, Octon, everyone in Leeds.
You're home. You're home.
Perfect love and light.
You are home. You are home. I hear that. You are home. Ladies and gentlemen, for me it's a pleasure interviewing artists. So I'm gonna say that I like the part that he says a producer, but he was also a recording artist. So that's But my first question, please, the floor is yours. Tonight. Yes.
Excellent. Just say I'm on a business phone call. Say hi. Say hi.
Good evening.
That's Sun Society.
Siam, good evening and greetings from the UK and the rest of the world.
Yes, okay, so you want me to tell them about what I actually do?
Please.
Singer, songwriter, producer, consultant, booking agent, marketing, I do events, I'm involved with festivals. There is no aspect of the industry I don't know. I know the legalities of it, the publishing side of it, every single aspect of it. So as an artist, I use that as a way of expressing myself and writing songs that communicate and connect social issues, but delivered in my own unique fashion.
Naturally.
It's in your mouth, just excellent, my son. I love you. Can I do this phone call and hang out with Tolly for a little bit? Yeah, sure.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
And again, I'm a dad. I'm a dad. I'm a human being.
Yes, I love that. I love that. You're a dad. I like that. You always say that. And I like the fact that you're
I'm a dad.
emphasizing that. So, okay, my next question.
I have a question to ask you.
Please.
As you probably check me out as an artist, what song of mine is appealing to you?
You know what? I could not, and I'll be honest with you, you're the first artist I interviewed that I could not find a song to download in 24 hours. I put in BornFree. You see the video that I sent you? It's only on your channel that I could found that collab music that you have a 17 minutes long file of music that is still down for some reason. So when you hear me tell you that,
that's intentional. That's intentional.
And I have I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that to ask you because I went and Insta said it was private. It's a personal page. One of them there's a few stuff on it. So let you hear that I was doing my work. Let you hear that I'm genuinely doing my work.
That's why I noticed the question I asked.
Yes.
Because I know that it's hard for people to actually locate me, myself, and what I've done.
I put in BornFree.
I printed a CD.
Yes.
10,000 copies. And I put it on the internet and they sell it. Bootleg cop for like 50, 60 euros a copy of a hard copy of the original. So what I've done is because I want to push other artists. It's not about me particularly. I want my fans to be these diehard fans that when they find my music, then they know me fully musically.
But I find it, and that's what I said that to my team. I said, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna tell you one song to type in right now on YouTube that you can find with the right BornFree Mental Health. You gotta know the song. You gotta know the names.
So I look for, because then I put in your name. I put in BornFree, Couldn't find it. I put in the Conrad Glaze. I couldn't find that either. So now we naturally.
No. You gotta go to BornFree Records.
No, I went to BornFree Records. Like I said, man, I went on everything that said BornFree. I was on it. I was working at 4 o'clock this morning. I was still trying to locate songs for you. That's so much, and I was like,
I lost you.
I said to you yesterday, it's not a lot of people that get that attention that I gave. A lot of people impress me in the music. I like to be educated in the music, and you do that.
Well, here's what I would like to tell the listeners.
Please do.
What I'm more proud about musically is the people and the artists that I've worked with. I don't consider myself a guy that wants to be on stage night after night. I consider myself a guy that has some things to say, so I record some music personally with me. But it's about the Kimani Marley, the Lee Scratch Perry, the Mamadi, the Bungo Kenny, the Alibi, the up-and-coming artists that I'm involved in their careers. For instance, like Coffee. First time I heard a Coffee song is a friend of mine in Jamaica, Frankie Music, big old Frankie Music. And I heard this song, Burning, and I pushed it out there with a strength like everybody else that loved it. And so more being involved with even like hearing this Josiah in Jamaica right now, even Chronics, the first time I heard Chronics and say, yo, we got to push this kid out there. That's what impresses me more about my involvement in music. To be honest with you.
My question was going to ask you.
Learning the trade in a sense of it being the organic side of it. I want to maintain that root sound that came out of Jamaica in the 70s, the 80s. I want to maintain that lyrical content. That I want to work with artists that remember back in the days when they went to a stage show.
Yes, sir.
If a pin drop, they could sing about the pin dropping.
Yes, that's what brings me the music.
And create a song immediately. And 30 artists behind them would have to be able to sing a song about that pin dropping.
You know you're gonna get tired of us, right?
I'm coming from.
No, I'm gonna let you know. You know you're gonna get tired of me and PCP Radio. Because I do Rum Corner where I interview so many young artists, especially from Jamaica. I do it from the US, it's a global show. And the reason I bring in Tell It All is that you are that man I wanted to talk. And I wanted to ask you two questions. Who inspire you as an artist in music, and what inspire you? Those are the two main questions I have for you tonight.
Who inspired me?
Yes.
Now or in my early days?
In your early days to get you here. Most.
I'm gonna tell you this. Honestly, there's about 50 artists I would name. Bob Marley being one.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, In Excess, Grace Jones, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Scratch Perry, who else? I loved Leroy Brown as a kid. I loved even the Culture Club band. I loved all styles of music. I would say I was inspired by anyone in my younger days that had a top 10 hit that survived longer than a month. Because they did something right. They did something that I wanted to learn how to do.
See, I like that. So, now what? And the next question is, what inspire you in the music? So I ask you who. Now I'm asking you what. Because I have a direct question. When I ask a lot of artists, they give me these answers, and they're always so weak. So most time I'm lost. So now I'm asking you.
What inspires me?
Yes.
I will tell you, when I listen to people's music, I'm a unique being, because when I hear music, it rapes my mind. Every instrument is separated and individualized, and that includes the vocals. So the drum and bass and the lyrical content, the bridges, the escalation, the chord progressions, these factors is what moves me. And when I hear them done right, those are the combinations of a hit record.
Okay. My next question is: I know that you live in Britain and stuff, and I know you're originated from Jamaica and you migrated. When did you migrate to the States? Because I thought that was your first migration. The interview said.
Okay, so I migrated to the States when I was like 9 years old.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you find? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's reconnecting, which is.
Sorry, you're gonna lose connection for half a second. I'm dealing with something with my son.
That's okay. That's not a problem.
Okay, yeah. So I said basically I migrated to the United States when I was 9 years old, or approaching 9 years old.
Okay. And how do you find it now you're back in Jamaica?
Repeat that question, please.
How do you find it now you're back in Jamaica?
Well, you know what? I love Jamaica as an adult. It's a great place to be. As far as raising a child, I don't find it the most favorable place right now. I love Jamaica, but there's a lot of issues with Jamaica that needs to be addressed. And over the years of just coming here for a summer or something was different from living here. See, I'm a different person. So when I walk down the street and I see somebody hungry, I can't walk past them. I can't not feel bad about it. And when I see 7 out of 10 kids that their dad was murdered, whether by cops or a rival person, that bothers me. You know, when I see youths mothers and fathers taking out loans to send them to school, and they try their best and they can't get a job that'll suffice to even help pay back that loan their mom took out, that bothers me. So I find that Jamaica has a lot of social infrastructural issues that needs to be addressed. And I find like these leaders are pimping the people. And so I have a huge issue with it. So when I in a big country, it happens on a larger scale, but there's a balance of sociological and economical justifications that benefit the people on a level that's not here in Jamaica. So I find it difficult at times to go out and smile and laugh with the people that have the money and ain't helping the people that are suffering, to be honest with you. And I live amongst them. I look out my window at the Prime Minister's house. Yeah? He drives by my house, right in front of my yard every day, 2 times a day, in and out his house. I'm literally looking at his house right now. So shit like that bothers me, bro. So, yeah, it's a paradise if you have money and can drive by the poverty, but to live in the poverty in a sense where I go through there. I want to help kids go to school. I want to feed the poor.
Yeah, that makes
So there's a difference for me, fam, on a real level. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it is what it is here. You want to stop crime, you got to look in the police stations first here. Yeah? Yes, sir?
I agree. I totally agree, to be honest. So you see what I'm saying? When I ask people questions, you can answer it like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes the difference right there.
I don't care what it is. If you've been named BornFree, I don't care what people think about me. I'm not trying to impress anybody, but I'm going to speak the living truth every time. And I'm going to make music that will live forever and help people instead of degrading people. Yes,
I know that you work with a lot of artists because like I said, I like to, when I'm going to interview my job and you put me through, I'm saying, I've never interviewed an artist that I don't have at least 2 of his songs playing before I started interview. I was more than impressed. I was frustrated, but I was also impressed. Now,
well, you know what? It's about playing some of the songs that I have produced, like the promo that you made.
I had to do that. I had to do that. I had to do
it. He's actually a UK artist. That song was made for my mom when she passed and dedicated to her. Well, he's a UK-based artist out of South London. Where's he from? I think like Croydon to be
Croydon?
exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's from my ends.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's linked up with the crew there.
That's cool. That's cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but now you have done all this great work, and the song that Kim Marley song, Africa is calling. That, I think 20 years from now, when people listen to that song, it's gonna tell them something totally different from even what they're hearing now.
True. That is an amazing song. An amazing song. The song was just, I met with people. So let me just say, Kimani's a great artist.
Please,
Mamadi is a feature. Well, the song was written by myself and Mamadi, and it's a song that everyone can sort of connect with, especially if you're African abroad. It was written in a truest sense of love and compassion. And you made a point. I think all my production is way ahead of itself. So I don't expect people now to get them. Just like they didn't get Bob Marley back then fully, but now the whole world's got it. I believe the songs I produce with people are songs on that kind of level, and the approach on the production. I've been working with Lee Scratch Perry, Andrew Tosh, Sensi Love, who's Bonnie Whaler's daughter. There's a list of artists, gentlemen. It was really a clown. I don't know, whatever. Some talent. I work with up-and-coming artists. I spent a lot of time trying to work with artists that in 10 years from now, they're going to be huge, and people will say, but BornFree had one of those, we had a production with them from before they got big, Even people like Peter Lloyd, who's huge. It's just, I want to say that I've worked with a lot of great artists in different areas of the industry, from a Maxi Priest to a Chronix or a Damian Marley or whoever it may be. And the fact remains is that I'm coming from a school where I was taught by legends like Willie Lindo, Scratch Perry, Sticky, Sky High. And unless you know who these people are, it's not relevant, but it's relevant. By Jimmy Riley, Tyrone Taylor, Ken Booth. All these people are personal friends of mine that taught me in the industry while I worked with them in the industry. So it was a hand in glove, whether it be marketing them, promoting them, booking them, touring with them, whatever aspect of it. But I've done everything in this industry.
And is there anything that you're looking forward to do now in the industry as a...
You know what? Something just came about that I'm quite excited about, and I'm starting to we got a movie deal for a track I did with Scratch Perry that I own the masters on.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm starting to, some people from the UK, BBC's reaching out to us for like soundtracks. And to me, I like it because the publishing side of it, it's a retirement kind of money. It's lifelong money. It's TV money. It's Netflix money. It's all these arenas. Yeah, so, and what you find with records is that they'll sell now hot, or someone like me will sell little by little consistently over the years and just grow and grow and grow. I like that grow and grow money. Yeah, and artists need to look at that as a business style and business approach, because that one broken make no sense. Yeah. And that's the bottom line. You want to make hits that's going to last 30, 40 years, that you're going to eat from it, like the Marley estate is. Yeah? That's how I look at music now. So those are the things I'm looking forward to, is getting more involved in film soundtrack, film background music.
Now, you touch a point that I want to talk to you about now, that you can talk to a lot of the young artists about, because I do this a lot. you talk about the music, and I asked you about what inspire you. I asked you about artists that inspire you, but now I'm going to talk to you about more business side of the music because you do bookings, you do events, you do recording, you do producing.
Go ahead.
Now, what do you think, or what would you like to tell the younger artists about the business side of the music? As a legend that done it, and you're managing, you're producing, you do all. What do you have to say about the business side of the music? Especially that you live in Europe for.
I would I would tell them to take care of the business first of all. That's the most critical and important part of this industry. Once you've taken care of the business side of it, i.e., publishing, copyright, masters, make sure when you go in a studio and you record a song, you leave with your vocals. In the event you want to use those vocals on another rhythm, back up all your files. Control best of your ability or shared masters, and make sure you always get your publishing. Get everything registered. If you can't register with JCAP in Jamaica, try a foreign company like the UK PRS or America ASCAP or GEMA in Germany, or SACEM in France. Wherever you're at, find a performance rights company, associate yourself. Check out the different sources of securing your publishing, because there's sides of it the record labels have no interest in. They don't tell you about it because they don't get it. But that money could be sitting there for you and you don't even know about it, right? So create a publishing company if you can. This costs you nothing but taking the time, having the right people in your team is critical. And stop jumping from manager to manager. Stick with who was there with you from the beginning and grow together. Because in the event that you decide to screw people over that helped you, it's not a good look. Yeah? So before you decide to move forward with a team, make sure it's a team you're going to be with forever.
Man, I like it.
This is PCP Radio.
I choose the questions to ask you, because when I ask you them, I expect the answers to be coming back few and furious, and like the business side. You just
honest. You're gonna be honest.
Yes.
You're gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be held accountable to myself. So I tell the people, not by the people, not by myself, by the Most High Himself.
Now, Europe have a booking system. And I heard you talk about the booking system in Europe. That's why, and the reason I wanted to bring you on. That's why I started the business side. So I'm going to go into the booking side of it now. What do you change? And what have you changed is more like it to how they used to book artists before. For BornFree Records to come to take some of the stuff that they have done and they are doing at the moment. What step have you?
Here's what I would say to you. You got a couple guys in Europe that's got this industry locked down.
To a T.
You got a couple promoters that's got this place locked down. And what you find is that they've been raping our culture because of our ignorance to what's going on the ground. So I've actually gone on the ground itself and saw what was happening and tried to balance that equation in everybody's favor, particularly the origins, the creators, and the product itself, which is the artist who's delivering it. And so a lot of people have been offended by that and have tried to shut me out of their territory. But I was that kind of guy that if you had a venue across the street that's making 20, 30,000 off.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear the internet going in and out. We know we're full green screen, so
Having people come into your and artists and shut you down if I have to. Yeah? And I created a name brand of doing events myself instead of waiting on promoters or booking agents or so forth. So other artists realized what was going on, and when they were coming through, I could throw them another 10, 15 venues, yeah, from other cities that I've worked with, venues that I did shows in. So once I got your venue, I only want the gate. Keep the liquor. Put $1 on it. The liquor for my act. That's what pays the act, covers my cost, gives me a little profit. Everybody's happy. You got an international star in your venue. You made money, and you brought them there first in your city. Boom.
Like one of the problems we have in the UK now, like when you hear, like you say, your kids are in their 20s, so obviously we had mad venues. We had Stratford Rex, we have like Brixton Economy, no, it's no Brixton O2.
Every venue there. I did a lot of shows, involved in a lot of shows at O2. I lived right by O2 before it was built.
There you go.
I did shows at all in Hackney. I mean, I worked with Warner Brothers when I was in the UK, so I had access to all the venues in Shoreditch, everywhere. The last big show, the last show was with Prodigy, yeah, and that's when they were closing down the Battersea venues.
Oh yeah.
What you find in the UK is this: the visa conditions for Jamaican artists to come there it's a tough one. And the UK is a particular market because in my mind it's one of the music capitals of the world. Yep. However, you got a lot of artists there and a lot of Jamaicans, and some there's 10 events and you don't know which one to choose, you know? So when you have a guy like a Jashaka, you know Jashaka, right?
Yeah.
If you can team up with like a Jashaka and do a tour with him, for me, that's a good look. Yeah? When you bring in a big artist like a Popcorn, every Jamaican wants to see him. Every venue they do, it's going to be sold out. That's the beauty of the UK as well. So the UK is a particular market. You can win big or lose big.
Yeah.
So when you look at virgin territory like France, Germany, Portugal, Denmark, Austria, Switzerland, Sweden, Spain, the Netherlands, these markets make a lot of money. It's a completely different market.
True.
And that's where reggae music is really earning money, to be honest with you.
Well, like I always say to people, reggae born in Jamaica, but it's grew up in the United Kingdom. So the United Kingdom is where reggae music grew up. So now you know.
I would say that the UK has such a unique Caribbean culture that reggae music even created a sound there.
Naturally, love was rock. Naturally, he died.
In the Palmer family, they made such money out of reggae there. They were critical in reggae having a house or a home outside of Jamaica in any other territory, which was the UK.
Natural.
I want to even talk about Green Sleeve. And
hold on.
PCP Radio.
Green Sleeve Record. People that was one of the biggest labels. When a guy from America get a call and that Green Sleeve want a record with him, it was a big deal.
Right. And you had guys, you know what helped the UK? And I want to big up, like Blacker Dread Record Shop.
Yes, Blacker Dread, Red Records. King Tubby's.
All the little local record mom and pop record shops in London, England was critical because the major stores did not facilitate black music in a fashion that catered to the buying public. And these places did. They broke records. Yeah? You had selectors that would wait at Blacker Dread for the latest press releases.
Yes.
And when he spinned a hit, 50 DJs was buying that vinyl and dropping it that night.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just checking in on Insta or you're just checking on the radio now, this is BornFree and the Tell It All with DJ Capone. BornFree, a man that worked with Lee Scratch Perry. If you know him, you know legends. Gentleman. Come on. And I could go on and on. To me, he's Mr. Europe. He's a Jamaican that work in Europe. That I like our music in Europe in the you know what I mean. People know the Dennis Brown. We know all of these people, but this is BornFree. I want you all to look him up, check him out. You cannot get his music unless you know a name of a song. to buy it. So let me help you out. You can get the music he produces, but you can't get the music that he's singing.
Hold on.
Please.
I want to big. I want to big up a group out of the UK.
Please
who
do.
I was involved with in the first time they stepped to the studio. Are you familiar with the band called Ras?
What they call? Sorry, your phone is going in and out for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's temporarily disconnected. I don't think his Wi-Fi is gonna be the problem. It's Jamaica, so it's not like when he's in Germany or the US. So
I think of Ras Heights before.
Ras Heights. For some reason, not so familiar. But I think the name is not strange to me. But I'm not really familiar with them. But the name is not strange to me at all.
What's crazy about them, they're a great band. They're a great band, but they perform mostly as a backing band. And they work a lot with Cecil Will.
Okay. So I do a lot of work like with the Congo Nazis and all of these people. Like that's the team. You know, they do like the jungle music. So I stick to the reggae side, but a lot of them is doing jungle like Levi and yeah. Sorry, we can hear you now. You cut out for a brief moment.
Yeah, we're having rainy weather in Jamaica.
Oh, no wonder the Wi-Fi is cutting. There you go. That's okay, no problem.
Yeah, we have bad weather here. We're getting the tail end of some of the weather from Florida.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, we have two crazy storms in the UK, but Scotland picked them all up. So, but the wind have been crazy today. No wonder I suppose some of the computers down. The wind have been so crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So my apologies.
That's okay. That's all right.
Apologies.
Please, no problem.
Yes, I. So yeah, I was saying to check out a band called the Rassites.
I will
They're
check them out.
a great band there. They're not just like as an act, but a great backing band, a great front band. And I worked with them when they were kids. So I'm very proud of them to actually to mention them as well because they're really great musicians. Yeah.
Definitely look them up.
And I want to big up. I know that I have a brethren there by the name of Tony Owens.
I know that
Mr.
name.
T. Who's
I know that name. No, Mr. Owens.
That produced Musical Youth.
Yes.
Musical Youth.
Yes.
Musical Youth. Musical Youth.
Yes.
He's the one that managed them, produced that song. There's nephews, and he worked with BBC for many years there in Birmingham. He's done a lot of shows, and he brings in most of the artists into the UK from Jamaica, from like a Anthony B and these caliber artists.
Natural. Ladies and gentlemen, we're tuning with Mr. BornFree. I want you, and how you put a name. I know you don't use a Mr., but I do, and I want to give him that title because he's speaking. He done the work. He been here. He worked with some of the greats, and you know, like you said, he live in Europe, the US, and also Great Britain. When I say nowadays, because Britain take themselves to the European Union, so you know we have to give our country that. You know what I mean? Tell themselves you don't know. So, I like how you talk about some of the small artists, some of the people that people don't know, the people behind the scene, because a lot of most time in the music, people only see the artists on that on that stage. They don't see the writers, the shadow right. People don't know about them. Loads of the producers don't get the credit, and they're the guys who go on to create all of these genius things that we see, like with a beat, he might change around a beat and give it that twist to it that people like it. That's the first thing they hear when they're in their car, and then they want to go see that artist. So the artist is one part of it, but the producers and the managers and the team is so important.
I think it's like seasoning your food. The producers are critical because, first of all, they've got to bring that song to life in a fashion that's appealing. And 90% of the artists are guided, directed by the producers on those tracks.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, making a song is like creating a child. And it's a union of individuals that created the child. And you want the best for the child. So everyone involved, from the bass player, the drummer, the keyboard, the horn section, whatever is involved in the...
That's what make it work. That's what make it work. That producer. Ladies and gentlemen, they're having very bad weather in Jamaica.
Duplicate the vocal.
Yes. What?
So the producer is one ingredient, but the vocals is a very, very important instrument because it's the only one we can't duplicate.
Naturally. That's so true.
So it's a two-way street.
It is true. That's what I'm saying. It's a teamwork, and the team is so important.
Yeah, very much so. There's many teams. There's your musical team, and then your business team, and then there's your legal team, and then your financial team. And all of these teams need to be kept separated. Because if you don't, that's where corruption starts. Yeah? So you as an artist need to recognize that as well. You can't trust your manager with your accountants, and you can't trust him with your legal affairs. And you can't trust your lawyer with your accountant. And you got to make sure your accountant is governed by your lawyer. So it's to understand. Learn how to play chess is what I'd advise everybody, because this whole world is designed around chess. And everyone needs to learn how to rule their kingdom, because you are a kingdom within yourself. And so when you understand that in totality, every move you make is for the benefit of your kingdom. Your business is a kingdom. Your family is a kingdom. Every aspect of your life is a kingdom. And you've got to learn to protect that kingdom. And the spiritual head, the security head, the financial head, and every aspect of ruling the kingdom and ruling it fairly with balance. And that's what you are as an artist or a producer, because you're ruling individual kingdoms.
I like this. I like the way you put things.
This is PCP
I know I'm going to
Radio.
put things in that different way, but I love it. So, the artist, the manager, you keep all of them suffering.
Of course. Because here's the thing. Your manager should take care of certain musical sides of your career. Your producer and you're supposed to have a different relationship. That's your creative relationship. Your accountant, it's all business and your money. He needs to be bulldogging your manager. And vice versa. Because your manager is to make sure his 20% is straight. Yeah, and your lawyer is to bulldog both of them to make sure that everything is in order legally. Yeah, and then you got your press team, and you got your various aspects of it, fam. And the bigger you get, the bigger the army, the bigger the kingdom, the more responsibilities of governing. And a key to life is learning how to replace yourself. In a sense where you give the responsibilities of your life responsibilities to those that can be held accountable, such as your manager, your producer, your accountant, your lawyer.
I like it.
This is
Ladies
PCP
and
Radio.
gentlemen, Capo normally lead, and y'all notice tonight I'm just relaxing. I love it because BornFree, he's very experienced. He work with some. My next question is gonna ask you, what is some of the vocals that you work with that still stand out with you today?
Okay. An artist by the name of Mamadi. I think she's amazing vocals. There's an artist also by the name of Jason Torres. Jaysontorres. Jason Torres. I had a huge success in the UK with him with a track called Slow Hands. I mean, I was involved in the music when jungle, garage, and all of that was massive in the UK.
We were
involved heavily in it.
Okay, hold on. That's what I said. The guys I work with in jungle, one of them was, if it wasn't so short notice, he would have been here tonight. I want to book another one with you to have him here. That I don't know if you ever worked with him. I had a chance to work with him. Konganati.
I know.
So hopefully we can book another one and he can be in the studio. And so, yeah. Jungle have been really good to
Yeah, I
us.
think I've met him personally.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
You know
so
what it is for me? I believe I've met Congo Natty personally, if I'm not mistaken, so I don't want to say I don't know him, and I do know the name.
well, you were in Acne, right?
Personally also.
Good. Acne,
Yeah,
and he's in Tottenham. So
exactly.
I guarantee you are met up doing that music. He's from Tottenham, you're from Acne. No.
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
I am
His name
sure.
is not strange, and I
Yes.
think I know exactly where I've met him
Yeah.
at. Through a brethren named Knowledge and another brethren named Stephen.
Possible. So you have Congo, Levi. I mean, Papa Levi, for those who listen when we say Levi, Daddy Freddy,
I know Papa Levi, man.
Daddy
I know
Freddy.
Papa Levi for sure.
It's a host of them, right?
I
And
know Papa.
yeah, so Papa Levi, Daddy Freddy, and I forgot what's his name that died now. I can't believe I forgot one of the big that did that police thing, you know, talking about police in England and that they killed, you know. I think it was 2008 or something. But yeah, so all of those guys were from that's yeah, you know.
That was an era of music that was just amazing to me as well, because it was just being able to take these strong Jamaican lyrics and put it on some high energy tracks that were inspired by a fusion sound that was just amazing, you know, and timeless in my opinion. So yeah, big respect to that whole movement. So
This is
I was
PCP
saying
Radio.
the voice that I like. Jason Torres was an artist that when he sang, I've been walking through what's that big train station?
Liverpool Street.
Oh, Liverpool Street, exactly. I'm walking through Liverpool Street and he's singing, and I've seen like 4 or 5 girls walk into phone boxes listening to him in shock. You know what I mean? I met with Warner when I first heard his voice. I brought his record to a link at Warner Brothers. 7 days later, we had the deal, full blown deal. And then this kid walked out of the deal because he did not want to be a pop star. He wanted me to sing in the church, and I had to admire him because of that.
Well, at least you know what? I find some of the greatest voice come from the church, and some of them still remain in the church. Greatest, and I say this with great admiration. Greatest voice.
Yeah, man. There's some brilliant voices in the church. When you're singing to God and you're genuinely doing it, there's nothing more beautiful.
I'm telling you.
That's why even when you're singing about
Man, I got said that.
Coming from
I got cold bumps saying that.
Nothing more beautiful.
I got cold. Miss B, how you doing? How you doing, Miss B? Good evening to you. I'm saying.
Everybody came out to church. Most of the great vocalists, even in the
Sanchez.
pop world,
Yes, Sanchez.
came out of the church.
Michael, hold up. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Bob Marley. Aretha Franklin. You know, you could go on and on.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Smokey Robinson. Name them. Mary J. Blige.
All of the big voices. All the big voices came out the church. Yes.
Aaliyah.
Even Britney Spears.
People don't want to talk about even R. Kelly.
Yeah, no, of course. No, R. Kelly is my artist, you know. I said this to people. A lady had to go at me the other day for playing R. Kelly on the station, and I told her, take it up, give her the email, write the manager, tell him, send your complaint to them.
I still love I Believe I Can Fly. I still love I Believe I Can Fly.
If I tell you this, would you believe me? You know, that's the first song that let me take music seriously. I joke about music from when I was in school. And I say this to people. I joke up Tennyson, Junior Reid, Fancy Juby, Peter Mitchell, and these guys used to use I as a school youth for the music, because I love the music, and they like, yo, do a show, kid, do it. And I love it because I like to create that music, because Super Cat have this thing, and Ninja Man was my G, and Mr. Mirage just bounced the lyrics, you know, and Peter Mitchell was bad at it. So I learned to do that creative thing.
Great artists. Those are great artists. It's funny. I watched a BBC Extra special some months ago. It happened a couple of years probably, but I watched it a couple months ago. And it's with a couple of these artists that you're talking about.
Was that Shawnee B? Was that Shawnee B? Was that the one that Shawnee B was doing?
Definitely. Yes, 100%.
Okay, so and he was doing that. Yeah, he was in jungle doing. Yo, brilliant. But each one of them was brilliant. One of my favorite one was Mr. Bantan.
Go ahead.
They had Bojo. What's his name before? Bojo named himself off five. You know, Burrow. We are big. We are big man.
Amazing.
Oh my
Let me
God.
tell you something. I seen this for myself already. I seen that we were at a festival that Buru Bantan was performing on. And one of the artists didn't make the flight because of issues not outside of their control. And instead of the promoter missing that slot, Buru said he would do the slot for the artist if it was okay with the promoter, but still pay the artist. And I watched Buru perform 2 sets, 3 hours long, and had the people on their foot the whole full 3 hours.
I saw artists though in Germany. Yes. Burrow.
Yeah.
Burrow. Who that?
Yeah, it was in Germany that I saw this show. Reggae Jam. It was at Sheriff's event, Reggae Jam in Germany.
I saw the only artist I see out in Germany, and it's because it's his place, was Daddy Freddy.
What, Fat Freddy?
Yeah, Daddy Freddy. You know that fought. He talk for. You know Daddy Freddy back in the day, still doing his thing.
Yeah.
Man, I saw it. He lift up Germany and turn it over. I was like, these guys have 30 years in the.
Germany is a unique place for music. You might hear a little noise for a second. 1 second. Yeah, I gotta step outside.
That's all right. That's cool.
Yeah, Germany is a unique place for reggae music, particularly. Keep an eye on them from the doors. Because I didn't get it until I went to Summer Jam in Germany and watched 90,000 people in a venue and another 100,000 people outside camped out at an event that they paid 200 euros to come to. And that's where I realized when I first moved.
That's peace. When you host a festival like that, you good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. BornFree here. We have the pleasure of having him for 48 minutes. And you know, this show.
Yo.
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
You hear me? I'm back.
That's all right.
Hey, PCP Radio. Fire.
That's okay.
Blast them. I'm telling you.
Yes.
What I realized is that every village in Germany has a reggae venue. Every village. Germany rebuilt itself village by village. Germany is the only place in the world I've been to that they only sell the beer that's made in that city. So in Cologne, you only get beer made in Cologne. In Munich, you only get beer made in Munich. In Berlin, you only get beer made in Berlin. Yeah?
Well, you know, they have that show called a beer bar of 1,000 beers. You want 1,000 different beers, you got to go to Germany, you know. It's a big festival. That beer festival is an ear-to-ear thing, you know. They have that mad reggae shows every year too. So, ladies and gentlemen, artists, that's where you want to get yourself. You hear? You want to try to get a booking there. You know you're living that. You know you're doing the work. You know, these are countries that is represented. You're talking about Europe. Showtime. You know. We're having a bit of problem. I think you went outside. Well, you know, Jamaica, they're having bad weather, so it's reconnecting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Teletalk. So we got temporarily cut off. We're going to try to get him back. Hopefully we can finish the show on a high. But if not, it was such a joy to have him on the show. Hopefully we can have him again at some point. We're not even going to, you know, so here we go. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. This is Mr. BornFree in the show.
Sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
That's all right. You might have lost connection for a second. I had to check something.
That's fine.
But yeah, I was talking about Germany, and it's just one of these cities that every city has reggae. The events are massive. It's a unique thing. I know our time is almost up and we could
Yes.
talk forever, fam.
I know, that's
and I
okay.
really got it. We're going to reschedule another time.
We're gonna
for
do it,
another
but it's
one.
brilliant to have you. And like I said to the people, we got a short time leave with you, but it's such a joy to have you. And thank you so much for taking the time out to do this interview on PCP Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, if you miss it, hopefully it should be up on YouTube in a few, it's been a mad evening, so but it's not there. But also it's live on Instagram. You can watch it over and over. It's on Capone Pretty Instagram. We definitely won't share it. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the 21st. This is Mr. BornFree. Check out his work. It's brilliant. He's been doing this for a while. When you hear Capone said it, you know it's true. And you all know that I normally lead. You notice I've been following all evening. Sir, please.
BornFreeRecords.com, family. I love the vibration. Big up yourself, DJ Capone.
Thank you so much.
Your amazing mind, your amazing spirit. Continue the great works. Just keep positive as you are. Be a radicalist as you are, because the rebels have to rebel.
Well, if we call it, we have to be ourselves. It's a
Keep
job.
the vibration of truth alive, because truth is the only thing that we have. Yes, I am coming.
Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time out. Josiah, big up yourself, and thank you for letting us daddy for so long.
Big up,
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you one and all for tuning in. Josiah, please.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Josiah. Thank you. That's the future. That's the future. You're welcome. Miss Bartley, thank you. Okay.
Yes, respect.
I like that. Yes, my boss. Thank you so much for making it.
Pause.
Pause.
Large up all the listeners.
Ladies and gentlemen, roll a watch. It is Tell the DJ Capone, and I know the thing. God, give thanks to life. What a beautiful show. I'm not even gonna play music. I'm gonna end it for the reason I don't want any reason for them to block it, because they like to block my show. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We on Count Man and Insa will drop some music. We are Bonafire, but we have to save the show though. First and foremost.